welcome back. My name is Leah. I am a small channel, as you can see by the number of subscribers. Somehow it has grown quite quickly over the last couple of weeks, but still, like, I have been a small YouTuber for a long amount of time, and I'm here to share some insight with you. If you are just like me, if you are a small channel and you are trying to figure it out, or if you're just trying to start, I have a golden nugget that I want to share with you. So watch me for the next couple minutes. I promise you're gonna gain something from this. I am so excited to make this fucking video because I have asked myself this question and I have wondered about this for so long, and I can finally tell you from the other side. So first, I want to give you a little bit of context as to how I got here. I promise it's going to be very brief. I watched a lot, thousands and thousands of hours of larger channels that give YouTube advice, and it is good and it is valid, but it is one thing hearing it and another thing actually understanding the concepts that they are giving you. You can hear something 1,000 times and still not get it until you see it with your very own eyes. So what I started to do, and what got me to where I am right now, to you finding this video, there's a number of things, but what I want to specifically talk about today is I started to study small to medium channels that blew up, or that finally got on their feet, and I started to notice some trends. So 95% of YouTubers, people who start channels, their trajectory goes like this. You upload random things and then you drop off because you get no views and you realize how hard it is and you're like, it's not for me. Huge batch of people gone. That's a majority of failed channels right there. Fall into a second category. You're like, you know what? I want to give this another try. So you try a theme out, you decide on it, and you start uploading consistently. And what happens is, for your first like 10, 20 videos, you're not getting more than like 10 to 20 views every single video. And then after the algorithm starts to notice, like, hey, this person is uploading consistently. This person is actually long-term over the last couple of years or last couple of months. They're trying, they're posting at least once a month, they're posting multiple times a week even. So then you start to get noticed a little bit, and the algorithm sees that there is potential in you. So then it pushes you out a little bit more. And I know this for a fact because I have created multiple channels to test this out. An older channel, even if it's as dead as mine, 15 years, I don't even know. Something along those lines of like over a decade old channel. The older channel will always get more exposure because the algorithm believes more in you. Long term, you're proving that you are coming back. Even if you are only posting a few times a year, even if you are not very consistent, an older channel that you have attempted to get going is better than a brand new channel. So don't keep on restarting channels thinking like you need a fresh start. Just continue on the one that you have. Take down whatever videos you don't like, rebrand it, change the name, but stay on it, okay? Then when the algorithm is like, this person is posting every single week or like multiple times a month for the last couple of months, then you grow and you get to from 10 to 20 views per video to like 30 to 50 views per video. That is still not a lot. That is still quite small, but you get a little bit more. You start to reach new plateaus, and it's not like video 1 to video 10 that like video 10 is gonna have like 20 views versus like 5 views. It's like suddenly like one video jumps a little bit and then you reach a new plateau, and then after like 10, 20, even 30 videos, then you reach a slightly higher plateau of like 50 to 60 views per video. That's your new normal. That's what the algorithm pushes out. It pushes, I don't know why or how. I have seen this happen hundreds of times. I have studied hundreds, if not thousands, of small channels. It's always like this. Then your plateau is 50 to 70 views, right? And you keep reaching slightly higher amounts. And then at some point when you've posted maybe like 20, sorry, not 20, like maybe you've posted 50 videos, now suddenly your new normal is to be like between 70 to 150 views, which you're like, if you look back, you're like, wow, that's great compared to you only used to get 20. You grow like very, very slowly, and a lot of people just over time, they grow and they start to reach new plateaus and they become consistent. They improve their editing, they improve their delivery, they improve like even the topic, especially the title and thumbnail improves over time, and the algorithm sees that you are consistent at it long term, it keeps pushing you, you keep growing slowly, and you reach new normals, new averages. But some people learn how to trick the algorithm a little bit sooner than others, and it's all about at what point do you give up. I believe something like 90-something% of channels are under 1,000 subscribers. Like, even just reaching 1,000 subscribers is a huge milestone. I didn't know that it was, but the amount of channels that exist on YouTube versus the ones that even just reach 1,000 is like astronomical, apparently. Based on statistics that I heard from I don't even remember where, so I don't know if this is legit information or not. I'm just being really honest with you. But your success depends on where you stop, and it really is all up to you. And you will always compare yourself to other people thinking like, oh, there's something special about them or they get it. I made my channel in 2007 and it is 2023, about to be 2024, okay? And I have thought these things and it took me fucking forever. That's almost half my life, okay? And I'm telling you, there isn't anything special. It's just about, if you give up, you're never gonna get there. And if you keep trying, you will eventually, no matter what, grow. Like, even if all you are getting is an extra 1 or 2 views every 5 videos, if you keep going, you will get there. But there are ways to trick the algorithm to get there a little bit faster. And that is why you suddenly see channels pop off. It's not because like they're graduated from film school and they decided to start a channel. Like, not everybody is a freaking pro. It's because you decide that YouTube is your priority, you commit to it, you become obsessed with it, you give yourself the time, the energy, and the effort to figure it out. So the way that you trick the algorithm is there are, how can I put this? There are certain titles that trend from time to time, and the algorithm will pick up that video with that exact title that starts to circulate, like I did in my somewhat recent video that you can see. And you need to use that when you feel like it fits within the type of content that you do make or want to make. If it fits you, if it can fit you, then you go ahead and you use it. And so if all your videos were averaging like 50 to 100 views, you'll get one that pops off. And that will help you jump to that new plateau that I'm talking about faster. So then now you're gonna average 100 to 200. And then whenever you find that next title to copy, like I'm telling you, you have to copy paste exactly. It just knows. Like, you are not gonna make the same content. You're gonna make your own version of it. I'm not telling you to plagiarize, but I'm telling you, like, there are trending titles. And if you get it, and you use it, and we all know about it, it's totally fine. Who the fuck knows who was the first person to create that title? But somehow that shit popped off, and the algorithm allowed every single person who used it to jump. Their figure just jumps. Even if their editing is kind of bad, even if the audio is kind of bad, as it was in like one of my videos, it doesn't matter. The rest doesn't matter. Just use that title, do the best that you can with it. It doesn't have to be perfect, and everything else will jump. So what you need to do is figure out what your content is kind of gonna be like, for the most part, in general. So like, you can't, or you shouldn't, you can do whatever you want, right? You shouldn't like one day talk about like you're reviewing a K-pop album one week, and then the next week you're doing a how to bake such and such, and then the week after that you're doing like a random psychology advice, and like jumping all over the place to things that have like no relationship to each other. That is not really the best approach. But I do not believe in like being hyper specific in what your videos are all about. I think you should always give yourself some fluidity, and that will make it so that it's easier to jump on these topics. So for example, a huge one that has been going around for like literally years is how much I made on my first YouTube paycheck. So you make some sort of topic of videos that's doing well, and then you're like, that works for that channel, that works for that channel. That was the title that was going around. You use it, you jump on that bandwagon, but then don't get tricked into thinking that suddenly you're going to be someone who talks about finances. You can if you want to, but that should not be it. Do not be fooled. That is not going to be what your channel is about. you are using this as a stepping stone to get yourself more exposure. And then you use that to bring people in. And if they are interested in what you already are making, what you like making consistently, then you will gain new subscribers. You are not going to remain at that high level of the views all the time, and you cannot just be jumping on whatever is trending and that's your entire channel. You need to use it strategically. Like, you grab onto that, use that as a strategy to get yourself more exposure, to bring people in to whatever content you are going to be making long term. And then you give yourself some time to build up that audience, to form a relationship with them based on what you are going to consistently make. And then again, you find something else that's trending, that's popular. Like, you make a review on you got the latest phone that came out, and then people come and see, oh, you make videos about such and such. They like it too, they stay. Then in another month or two, or however often you upload, like, it can't be all about this, but you have to use it to your advantage. Especially when it comes to like vlogging content, it's really hard to get a random vlogging channel to pop off without using something to bring people in. You can't randomly just use all of these trending topics and be like a trending topic hopper. That's weird, but I don't know how else to say it. And if it's extremely random and it has absolutely nothing to do with what you want to pivot into or somewhat related to what you already make, then just don't do it. Like, if you don't make videos about technology and your videos are like, I don't know, me, like talking about like random philosophical type of things, and I'm like, oh, by the way, here's my phone and I got the latest iPhone and these are the tech specs, it's gonna be like, whoa, 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 like nobody's watching you for that. That's mad freaking random. But if I have like, let's say, a lifestyle channel where I share the things that are happening in my life, and I'm like, hey, by the way, in my life I got this new phone and these are the specs of it. It's the same thing like when you see people make videos and they get sponsored of like a random brand that they have nothing to do with. You'd be like, why? Just for the money? Same thing. Why? Just for the views? It has to make sense. But you have to keep trying to use algorithm hacks, and then eventually you will learn how to make it on your own. You will learn what titles work. But in the beginning, it's going to be hard to understand. So you kind of just have to see what's out there. And when you have enough practice, you will get it. The more time and effort that you put into learning what works and what doesn't, the better that you will do, and the more that you will be able to continue creating what you want to make rather than trying to fit yourself into the box of what is just working out there. But first you need to practice and figure out how it is done, and you need anything to get yourself out there, anything to get yourself exposed. And then when you have people actually watching, you can make what you really like, and people will stick around if it is valuable in any way, even if it's very particular to you. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about this because I don't want this to be like a super long video. I will talk to you more in the next one. Thank you for listening. Bye.